Welcome to Open Arms, an honest conversation about firearms. Hey everyone, I'm your host Brian Lockerman, and today's episode is brought to you by Nutrition Fix. We're also giving away a $25 gift card to Nutrition Fix in Westlake Village, California. Go there. Their smoothies are amazing. And guess who I have in the studio today? The one, the only, the owner of Nutrition Fix, Mario Pulido. Welcome, Mario.
Welcome. Thank you so much for having me, Brian.
Well,
Excited to be here.
of course. I mean, when I first met you, I just saw that this guy has some character. It was just such a fun experience going into your store. Now, how long have you owned the place?
Well, first of all, thank you so much, Brian. I appreciate that. And that's what we try to do is create a memorable experience. You don't know who's going to walk in.
You did.
You're all celebrities to us, so it's awesome. I've had the honor and privilege now of owning that place for about 5 years.
Oh, very good.
It's been there for 10 years. And man, did it change my life because I used to be a corporate America slave, unfortunately. But I broke through the change, and now I'm a wellness entrepreneur and hopefully helping the masses.
And you know, that's great. And when we came in there, we didn't know what to expect. And you just invited us and start just giving us samples and everything like that. And then we noticed all the crowd of people in there seemed that everybody knew you. Everybody was having such a great experience, and they were like regulars. They were there to hang out for the day. And watching that type of business, you know you have something going good.
Absolutely. I think it just happens to be when you grow up in the 80s and you're watching that show Cheers, where everybody knows your name. It's always something that I wanted to create for everybody. And at the end of the day, that's what it is, right? It's all about community, and it's really about treating everybody like friends and family. And for some reason, it's kind of a lost art these days. It's kind of sad.
You're exactly right about that. You go to businesses and they don't even want to know. All they want your money. Here you go. Get out. You know,
Next.
I know it, right? And you're right. Everybody did know their name. People are talking and talking. And then all of a sudden, people are talking to us and introduce themselves to us. And like, oh my God, you're gonna have the best time here. And it was a fabulous experience. I really do appreciate that. Got a quick question for you. Okay, so you're a business owner. Do you ever run into any issues with being worried about someone coming in maybe and to try to rob or cause any type of commotion or like that in your store?
You know, knock on wood, I've had no issues to this date with that. But I think as a business owner, you have to constantly be prepared for anything that comes your way.
Exactly.
But yes, luckily for me in my plaza, it has been untouched. But I can say that the T-Mobile store, that's also in that same location, has been robbed numerous times.
Yeah.
And as well as, for whatever reason, the deli. Now, I don't know what you think you're going to get out of the deli by robbing it, but hey, maybe they're really craving that lunch meat.
I was going to say a good sandwich, maybe.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? No, I hear you. Yeah. So the reason why, again, I started the project Open Arms, which I introduced you to and showed you what we're doing. A lot of business owners like yourself are taking the extra step and trying to protect themselves by arming themselves. Now, we're not saying it's for everyone, and it might not be for you. But we're just telling people that if they're going to do that, they have to do it the right way and be safe about it and take safety courses and learn before they bring that, weapon or whatever to their home or their business. Now, as far as you're concerned, would that be something you would consider or you just wouldn't cross that bridge?
You know, I think legally everybody should do whatever they like to do, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And according to the Second Amendment, that is our right. And so I'm a big fan of that in that sense. I personally don't own a gun, and it's never crossed my mind to own one. I've never been to a shooting range or anything of that nature. But I know my dad is a fanatic. You know, he owns multiple guns and he likes to go shooting. And growing up in Mexico is a lot different with guns.
Oh yeah,
rules over there. But I think ultimately, as long as you want to do something legal and it's ethical, go for it. But with that being said, I think that bad people are going to find ways to do bad things regardless.
100%.
Right?
You're right about that.
And when you think about all the content that you see on the internet these days, I mean, let's face it, you don't need a gun to do some damage, right?
That's true.
People can build bombs and everything else. So obviously there is good rules in place to protect us all, but no matter how many rules are or how tight we try to make the processes, people will always find a way to do what they're going to end up doing ultimately.
And you're right about that. And now that you mentioned that, there's a business owner locally too that came to me that had an issue with a disgruntled employee. Now, the disgruntled employee didn't come after them with a knife or a gun. They came after them with a car filled with gasoline cans to blow them up and their family up, and literally rammed into their house and tried to do that. Well, long story short, they came to us because they were fed up and they wanted to make sure they were protected. So they went the extra step to purchase a firearm and get trained and stuff like that. Because the local sheriff even told them, we may not be able to get there in time. So might think of this because this guy's still on the loose and things like that. So it's one of those crazy situations. And but they did do the right steps to become safe with that firearm in their home. And again, like you said, it's not for everyone. And I don't think you may never have that use that thing ever in your life, which is a good thing, you know. And I do think that your business is amazing, and I think that I don't think it doesn't seem like to be any trouble there at all, you know. It's a very very family friendly environment. Speaking of which, you get a lot of families in there.
Oh, everybody. Well, again, when you treat everybody like friends and family, they start opening it up and telling their friends and family. So
Yeah.
we get lots of different families. We've thrown birthday parties there. We love to get out in the community as well. So we'll do lots of different sampling events. We'll go inside homes where they throw parties and we'll actually like cater to them.
Oh, nice.
We do the whole thing. Any way that we can contribute and add more value to the community, that's ultimately what we're here to do. Is make
That's
everyone
awesome.
healthier and happier.
And that's one of the big things about the Project Open Arms is I focus on family because I think family values are so important these days. And I think a lot of our kids these days are not getting the proper family values. And that's the problem. And we're trying to bring that back again. We're trying to have families, participate in more things together as a unit. I don't care if it's going to the golf course, going to play, to shoot archery, going to maybe even the shooting range, bowling, whatever it may be. Having family dinners and talking to your family. Going to a place like yours, which is so nice, to have your family come in there for a day. And get to watch you and watch your entertainment. You were fantastic. I keep bringing it up because it was a great experience for us. It really was.
Well, thank you so much, Brian. I mean, that's what we try to do, right? You only get one shot at first experience, first experience, and that's what we're trying to deliver on. But I think you're so right. I know as a father of three kids, I know from time to time the easiest route to go to get them to quote unquote shut up is to put an iPad in front of them,
Uh huh.
and then you have YouTube and everything else kind of educating your kids, and it kind of goes away from sitting down either reading or watching a movie together to even eating family dinners. Me and my household, we're very big on eating family together.
That's awesome.
But I can't tell you how many people that I talk to that is just so bizarre to them. And it's like, where did we lose that?
There it
You
is.
know?
You nailed it. I'm with you. When I grew up with my family, we had those family dinners. I got to talk to my mom and dad. I got to tell them if I had problems in school with a bully or something like that. We always be able to open up to them. Nowadays, you're right. They don't have that. And I'm glad to see that your family does that. That's really awesome that you guys do it still. That's a very good trait.
Yes, very, very lucky and blessed to be able to do that and just try to raise our kids the best way possible.
I hear you there. That's very good. How old are your kids?
Well, I have an 8-year-old,
Uh-huh.
little Mario Jr., and then I have a
Okay.
6-year-old, Mateo. He's actually a little pro wrestler with me on the side, Brian.
Nice.
It's for another show. And then I had my little baby just turned 1 this past weekend.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yes, our hands are full. We
Oh,
got
yeah.
3 little M&Ms, and we're loving them.
I could see that. I could see that well. Well, good. Well, you know what? I think you'll do just fine with your business and what's going on with your life. It sounds like you got it put together pretty good.
Hey, we're trying, put one foot in front of the other and see what happens. But do it with a smile and bring a little energy, and we can go a long way.
Sounds good. Well, listen, Marty, here's what I'd like to do for you. If you ever choose, you want to try this out, I would like to invite you to come to one of our safety classes and maybe come to my range too and take you through a safety course and take you to the range and get you qualified to see how your thoughts are on gun ownership at that point. I think when you actually go out there and learn, I think you get more of a peace of mind about what owning something like that would be. Not saying you have to go and get one. Trust me. Still, it's just nice to have that knowledge of safety. If you ever do run across a firearm or something like that. And also, what's good too, to educate your kids. And I'm not saying to educate your kids about you having a firearm in your house, but educate them about if they ever go to a friend's house and stumble across a gun, what to do. You know, things like that. Just talking to them and maybe that could save a life, someday down the road. Because you hear those stories about kids go over a kid's house and someone finds a loose gun somewhere and accidents will happen. And we want to stop that. We want to stop all that. And that's why the Project Open Arms is all about, you know, about keeping everybody safe and happy.
I appreciate the invite, and I'm always up for new experiences. So, knowledge is power, and anything I can pass on to my kids, and especially save lives, it definitely sounds like a good thing in my book.
All right. Well, listen, Mario, I really appreciate you coming on the show. Again, when we walked into your place, I'm like, that guy has got to be on my show. He's got to be, you know. I mean, it was so much fun. It
I
was
love
so,
it,
so
Brian.
good. Yeah.
Well, I'd love to invite all of your viewers to come in as well. We serve healthy meal smoothies, make you feel like you're cheating, but we pack that into 300 calories with 24 grams of protein. And it's not just a protein shake, but obviously a full meal. Keeps you full, I don't know, 3 to 5 hours. How long to keep you full for?
Oh yeah, yeah, for a while. Yeah, it was great.
And if you love my energy, we put that in some tea, and it's a fat burning energy tea. So you're losing some weight,
The
you're
tea
getting
was
hydrated,
fantastic.
you're getting fired up,
Mm-hmm.
get mental stimulation, and the whole process. So we offer that. We offer wellness evaluations to help you go after health goals. We run some fitness, we run nutrition, weight loss challenges. We do it all. So anything that your clients need or you need, we're there to help and support the community any way that we can.
Very good, Mario. One more time, give the viewers exactly where you're located.
It's the Nutrition Fix. It's in Westlake Village, right across the street from the Trader Joe's and right next to the Jeep dealership. We call it the Forgotten Plaza because it's Jeep dealership, Bed Bath & Beyond, but we're right there in the middle. Everyone knows Best Donuts for some reason on the corner.
Oh yeah.
And they are great, but the Nutrition Fix is right in there. And you can find us at the Nutrition Fix on Instagram and thenutritionfix.com.
Very good. Again, Mario, thank you very much for coming on the show. It was a very pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much, Brian. Can't wait
All
to see you
right.
again.
All right, everybody. Thanks again for tuning in. I just want to let everybody know to follow us on Instagram. If you want to be on my show, please comment below. And never forget, safety, family, and the Second Amendment.